The compact SUV sector is forever growing, BMW's key model in that of course being the BMW X2. The new BMW X2 and first ever fully electric BMW iX2 have now landed with us at Sycamore Peterborough. I'm Harry, and in this two-part video series we're going to show you around all the differences that BMW have made to this latest and greatest model, starting in this episode with the fully electric BMW iX2. Before we take a look at the all-new design aspects of the first ever fully electric BMW iX2, with this being the first time BMW have done a fully electric variant of the BMW X2, it's important to talk about those all-important range and electric consumption figures. So the quoted WLTP range on the new BMW iX2 xDrive 30, which is the variant we have here, it's also available in a 20, is 259 to 266 miles, of course depending on driving style and driving conditions. Being an xDrive 30, of course, that power is sent to all four wheels via BMW's intelligent four-wheel drive xDrive system, and it delivers 313 brake horsepower and 494 newton meters of torque to those four wheels, meaning that this is a very sporty compact SUV. It reaches 0 to 60 in just 5.6 seconds. Price-wise, these start from around £52,000 for something like an xDrive 30 model. However, the 20 is available with slightly less power and less range for a cheaper price for those who don't need that extra range to go those extra miles. But let's now waste no time and take a look around some of the new design features of this first ever fully electric BMW iX2. So now time to take a look at some of the new design aspects. This is an all new generation of BMW X2, and in this case the first ever fully electric variant. The one we have here is the BMW iX2 xDrive 30 M Sport, and it's finished in that stunning Brooklyn grey, a colour which we're all familiar with now on our YouTube channel, one which we all love here at Sycamore Peterborough. So one of the first features to point out are those aggressive new headlights. The tail lights are different as well, and we'll take a look at those when we go around the back, but BMW have now got this almost like a cat's eye design. It looks super aggressive, gives a lot of road presence from the front, and if you have the iconic kidney glow which is available on the new X2 models, it just really soups up that road presence. But even just with the headlights like this, they look absolutely fantastic. They've got blue elements inside them to give them that extra BMW M Sport essence, and it almost gives them the look of the previous laser lights. Laser lights are of course something that BMW is still offering on new models. This particular example is spec'd with the chrome silver outline around the grille. However, with the M Sport Pro Pack you can also make that darker, make it a gloss black to tie in with this styling. And talking of the lower styling, these gloss black vents here, obviously they don't actually channel to everywhere with this being a fully electric model, but they still give it such a sporty and aggressive looking front end, which is something we'd expect from an M Sport BMW model. There is also the ability to have front-facing cameras, a 360-degree system on the vehicle. This particular one isn't spec'd with that, however it has got a reversing camera standard, which I'll show you later. And obviously being fully electric, this grille doesn't go anywhere, so instead we have this lovely patterning on here just to give it that extra electric style and essence, and also make it clear that this is a fully electric BMW. Moving around to the side of the iX2, we've got the wheels seen on things like the X1 and iX1. They share, of course, the X1 and X2 being the two family members together, and the X2 being the sportier looking version at that end of the X spectrum. These are 19-inch alloys with Hankook tyres on, and they offer a really grippy yet comfortable and quiet ride, something that's really important when driving an all-electric BMW, as of course there is little to no cabin noise when out on the open roads. We've got redesigned sportier styled mirrors which reduce wind noise and drag, of course helping with range and helping to keep that cabin quieter, and lovely gloss black accenting around the side here, which contrasts really nicely with the Brooklyn grey paintwork, but again just leaves it to be a little bit sportier. Access in and out of the BMW iX2 is nice and easy. It is larger than the previous X2, both in cabin seating room and the boot room as well. Again, something which we'll take a look at in a second. This model is equipped with comfort access as well, because I've got the key in my pocket. All you've got to do is put your hand on that door handle and it is easy to open up the vehicle and get in. And of course, room in the rear as well has also been extended with this model getting larger, as well as an extended rear door, again making access nice and easy. And on this model, we've also got that privacy glass as well. A panoramic sunroof is also available on the BMW iX2. Again, this particular model not spec'd with it, but we still get lovely sporty styling all the way across, the sporty DAB fin at the top, and that nice sloped back to give it that sleeker, sportier and more aggressive style being the X2. And last but not least, towards the rear side of the vehicle, of course, with this being fully electric, we have a charging port instead of a fuel filler cap, with both AC and DC plugs in there, allowing you to charge the BMW iX2 of a maximum DC rate of 130 kilowatts, meaning that you can do that 10 to 80% charge sprint in as little as 29 minutes, providing you precondition the vehicle before reaching the DC charging station, which is easy to do in the navigation. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And one really small detail, again, like I mentioned at the front, sometimes the small details matter the most, is a small button in here to unlock the charging cable, meaning that if you're in a hurry, you no longer need to go inside the vehicle to unlock the charging cable. A nice small addition there from BMW, but something which I know a lot of you electric drivers are going to find really handy. And finally, on the exterior, coming round to the rear, plenty of new design features to address. I think the one which stands out the most is the combination of these sporty, aggressive styled new tail lights, and in conjunction with that, on this car, the gloss black sporty spoiler. It's even sportier on the M variant models such as the M35i, but in this M Sport case, a really nice subtle but sporty style wing on there, and it's also got the reversing camera integrated, as well as this tiny sprayer here to spray that reversing camera with washer fluid in case it gets dirty in the winter, which is a really nice handy feature. You've no longer got to get out, run out and wipe that camera off before you make the reversing manoeuvre. But of course, this vehicle in particular is equipped with parking assistant, so it can take care of that reversing for you. Fantastic, I know. The BMW roundel on this particular version serves two purposes: to show that this is a BMW, of course, and it's also your boot handle. We've got a sporty gloss black splitter down the bottom here. You can also get that colour coded as well, and in there integrated is our rear parking sensors, but again, it just really fattens up the rear of the car and makes it look super sporty and aggressive. Boot room, as I mentioned, you press the roundel in to open the electronically operated tailgate. We've also got iX2 model designation on there as well. Boot room is absolutely fantastic on the new X2. In this iX2, 525 litres, or a whopping 1400 litres if you fold those rear seats down, which is easy to do. You can do that just next to the headrest on the inside. We've also got false floor storage, as always, underneath there to keep things like your public charging cable and that 3-pin wall socket cable should you wish to do a slow, steady charge from the comforts of your home. But now the time that you've all been waiting for, it's time to hop inside the BMW iX2 and have a look at that brand new interior. And now you join me here on the interior of this brand new BMW iX2. And if you've seen the BMW iX1, you'll notice that this is a very, very similar layout, but of course, tailored to that sportier, compact styling of the BMW iX2. We've got the new BMW leather steering wheel in front of me, a nice smooth Nappa leather, and on the back of it, a boost paddle to give you 10 seconds of sport mode if you wish to do a swift overtake, but without having to go through changing all the modes. However, new BMW operating system 9 is now standard in the BMW X2 and iX2, and here we can see things like the redesigned climate menu where we can control things all individually, and even with this of course being a fully electric model, we can run everything while we're static. So in the summer we can keep nice and cool even when static, and we can also keep the car nice and warm without having to physically be driving. And on top of that, you can also precondition this vehicle via the My BMW app, which of course if you own a fully electric BMW makes total sense to have, as it allows you to get even further control, such as planning charging to hit those cheaper tariffs, and also precondition the vehicle so it's nice and toasty on those winter mornings when you come to it, including activating these lovely leather heated seats. And you can also cool it down on those really hot summer mornings or even summer evenings when you take this car out for a road trip. Clicking the home button in the centre here takes us to this new home screen where we've got our navigation system and any connected media in there, but we've also got a plethora of different options to scroll through, from things like Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, standard on this new operating system, to things like the connected drive saw, our driving settings, and things like ambient lighting. This particular version is equipped with these lovely comfortable leather seats. They are manually adjusted, so nice and easy to adjust, but we've got things like seat base angle adjustment, lumbar adjustment, back adjustment. They're incredibly comfortable and they suit the executive vibe of this interior really well. On the dashboard, we've got this nice aluminium silver styling and new vent styling where we've got this nice big vent in the centre for the driver and dual passenger vents over there. And with this vehicle being equipped with Harman Kardon, we've got these lovely silver cut speaker grills at the top here as well. And last but not least, turning our attention to the centre, we've got this new redesigned centre console with the new drive selector on there, a nice premium feeling volume wheel, our start-stop button and our hazard lights, as well as things like My Modes and adjusting the vehicle driving settings. And in the centre, we've got space with not only 2 USB-C fast charging ports and 2 cup holders, but also plenty of space underneath here and a wireless charging tray down there for your phone. So you can simply pop it in there and wirelessly charge whilst you enjoy the benefits of Apple CarPlay. So there we have it, a quick first look around the first ever fully electric BMW iX2 here at Sycamore Peterborough. This particular one here is our demonstrator vehicle and it's now available to test drive. All you've got to do is follow the link in this description if you're on YouTube, or in the post if you're on Facebook and Instagram, to book your test drive in this fantastic new model today. In episode 2, we'll take a look at the BMW X2 M35i, that's the internal combustion version. But for now, if you haven't already subscribed to us or followed us on social media, make sure you do so you don't miss out on any future exciting and exclusive Sycamore content. We'll see you in episode 2.